The Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. The Knicks shorthanded, so Precious Achiuwa got a start, made the most of his opportunity. Look at the dunk. He had 18. Second most points he scored in the game this year. But the Pistons, Cade Cunningham did the Knicks in again. 36 points tonight. He had a run of 12 straight scored in the third quarter. And the Pistons, for the third time in 4 meetings this year, beat the Knicks 115-106. So what does it all mean? Pacers beat the Cavs. 2 games left for the Knicks, 2 games left for the Pacers. 1 more Knicks win or 1 more Pacers loss, and the Knicks clinch third. But right now, it's only a game lead over the Pacers with 2 games left. So third is not clinched tonight in the Eastern Conference. Great to have you with us, Bill Pito, along with Wally Zerbiak from our Delta MSG studios. So no Josh Hart for the Knicks. OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, all out. So they were shorthanded. 2 things to talk about here. Detroit's physicality, regardless of the fact that the Knicks were shorthanded, and the fact that the Knicks, over the final 6:19, scored only 7 points.
Yeah, they looked discombobulated. They looked confused. I don't think the physicality would have taken the toll on the Knicks if the Knicks had those 3 guys in the lineup. Those are the 3 most physical players on the Knicks as far as their strength and their physicality. And Josh Hart would not have let that go out there. You know, there are a lot of guys, there are a couple guys on the Knicks that look like they're kind of like, can we just get to the playoffs? And the Pistons did not play that way. The Pistons are a young team. They're a hungry team. They're gaining confidence. And the Knicks gave this Pistons team even more confidence if they happen to see him, which they look like they're going to see him in the first round. So Knicks are going to have to turn it around quickly. They earned this position, though. The Knicks are in a position where they can kind of lick their wounds. They can heal up some guys to plan to get ready to be healthy for the playoffs. But at the same time, you want to set a tone going into the playoffs. And that was not a good second half and not a good fourth quarter.
Jalen Brunson in the second half scored only 3 points.
Exactly.
It was 85 all after 3. Pistons won the fourth quarter 30-21. That was the whole game right there.
Yeah,
Final 12 minutes.
Pistons just did whatever they wanted. They shot 57% in this game. I mean, the Knicks didn't guard anyone. They had a size advantage at every position. That's because the Knicks were shorthanded, missing 3 of their key defensive stoppers. But at the same time, Landry Shamet, he knocked down this 3, cut the lead to 1. Then Cunningham, post up. Look at how easy this is. I mean, he just got 36 points, and he looked like he was playing against smaller guys in a JV team. It's so easy for him to score on the Knicks defenders. Shamet knocks down that big 3, 99 all at that point. But look at this, nothing on the exterior. I mean, this is just owning the paint, getting whatever you want off cuts. Cunningham coming off screens, wide open, easy 15-footer, nothing but net. I mean, he just looked like he was in cruise control, and the Knicks are not a stingy defensive team anymore. And that's something that they need to figure out quickly, because if you want to win in the playoffs, you better play some D.
2 things here, Wally. Knicks from 3 in the second half, only 4 of 18. And look at points in the paint. The Knicks with 46, Pistons with 66. When have we seen a Knicks team outscored by 20 points in terms of points in the paint? I don't know that we've seen something like that all year long.
When there's no Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, and no Anunoby, that's what happens.
Alan Hahn in Detroit was on the game call with Kenny Albert. Got to mention as well, Alan, Cade Cunningham. His last 3 games against the Knicks. Triple-double, 36, and now 36 again.
And he loves playing at the Garden because he scored over 30 points a game in the Garden over his last 4 appearances, too. So something also to look forward to if this is a playoff matchup. And Wally said it, man, that's what you saw in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. It was just posting up, spread it out. It was like Wally, Cold Spring Harbor against Syosset. Just give the ball to Wally in the paint and let him just beast mode people. That's really what that started to look like. No double teams were coming. The Knicks were playing a very vanilla defense, just straight up stuff, switching at times. But Cade Cunningham has a lot of confidence going up against this Knicks team. And the physicality part of it, sitting courtside here, not only did you see it on the floor, guys, this building, these people started to feel like, hey, let's let these Knicks know how tough this is going to be. And they were letting the Knicks hear it. The Knicks have had a lot of road games where they've had their fans in the building and they've heard cheers. This is the first time in a while it felt like this entire building was against that Knicks team.
Alan, what did you see in the fourth quarter? Because despite the fact the Knicks obviously missing 3 key guys, they still had Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns out there on the floor, and they did not have good possessions offensively.
You know why? Because Detroit shut down the paint. They closed it out, and they said, if you're coming in here, it's going to hurt. because we're putting bodies on you. And the Knicks was complaining about some of the physicality, some of the contact they weren't getting calls for. You saw a lot of fading on contact as well, and that was something you could just see it. You said it, Wally. It's very interesting the way you put it from a player perspective. I just want to get to the playoffs, right? You don't want to get any more bumps and bruises. I just want to finish this game off. And the Pistons were letting them know we're putting up a fence right here. It's all filled with barbed wire. You want to come in here, it's going to hurt. And the Knicks chose not to go in there. And at the other end of the floor, there was no fence, there was no barbed wire. It was a welcome mat.
Alan, I think the Knicks fan would want to know what kind of impact, if any, these type of games and the season series against the Pistons might have against Detroit in a potential first-round playoff series.
Now, again, as a former player, I'm sure Wally can speak on this with more experience, but just, again, presence-wise in my 20 years covering the NBA, a lot of times there isn't really a carryover because the playoffs are a different animal. You are doing more defensively. You are scheming more. There's a lot more about that. And then, of course, as we've mentioned already, OG Anunoby would have been guarding Cade Cunningham. Things might have been different in this game with an all-defensive player in the lineup, with Josh Hart, with Mitchell Robinson as well, manning the paint and trying to keep some of that stuff from happening at the rim. So we don't really know what it will look like. But if you want the psychological advantage, at least from the Pistons' perspective, yeah, they do feel pretty confident physically against this Knicks team because they didn't see a lot of pushback. And that is something that they will believe, at least going into a series against the Knicks, that they can out-physical this Knicks team.
Okay, Alan, have a great trip home. We'll see you tomorrow night. Knicks' last home game of the year. They're playing host to the Cavs. You're the former player. What do you think? Impact of these games, tonight's game, the season series, and the potential impact it might have on the playoffs?
I agree with Alan. It's a totally different animal. The prep that you do to prepare for this team, you're going to know every play that they're going to run, but you got to match their intensity and their play hard and their physicality. And the Knicks lost 3 out of 4 against this team, including 2 at home. They blew them out early on in the season. That was a long time ago. But this team has garnered a lot of respect in the NBA. This is the turnaround team, the Pistons, in the NBA. They only won 14 games last year. Look at that. Just Dennis Schroeder pushing over Jalen Brunson. He's got an attitude. Dennis Schroeder has won
deep, too.
Gold medals overseas for Germany. I mean, he has played in big games. He is not scared. He's not going to back down. Then P.J. Tucker knocks him on his behind. There was a lot of key plays here, and I like what P.J. Tucker brought. Honestly, having that guy on your bench, that's one guy you want if something breaks out on the floor. P.J. Tucker's been in playoff series. He's been in physical type situations. But at the same time, it's going to be a lot of the talk that people believe that the Pistons can give the Knicks a series. I think the Knicks are going to be fine, but they definitely – the Pistons got the Knicks' attention with how they bullied them around tonight, because that's exactly what they did. And Tom Thibodeau now can show these plays, show this film, and tell the guys, we cannot let this happen come the playoffs. We need to stand our ground. We need to attack this team, because this team is not going to back down. We let them believe that they can beat us.
Saw P.J. Tucker there with some of the physicality, played over 26 minutes. Second appearance as a Knick, played the most he's played in a game in a long, long time. Made his presence felt, though.
He did. That's exactly what he needs to do.